our fourth speaker is Dee McGinnis. 5 things you should know about hospitals that will help you. 5 things you should know about hospitals that will help you. Dee McGinnis.
Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and most honored guests, including my granddaughters and one of them that's pregnant. By a show of hands, how many have been in an emergency room in a life-threatening situation in the last 5 years? I can relate to the few of you because I've been there 15 times. Now, when you're in the hospital, you may be afraid, but I want you to understand, I'm not afraid because I know as long as you're in Toastmasters, you will never die in a hospital. I've had 14 stents, 8 kidney stones, a right shoulder replacement, prostate cancer, pulmonary embolism, and a partridge in a pear tree. Now, one time in a club, I had such a horrible evaluation, I fell down and couldn't get up. But 5 things that you should know about hospitals that will help you. Now, I know you people that are DTMs out there, you're saying, no, a speech has 3 points. It comes back. But I have 5 because I have them written on the back of my hand. And this way it doesn't look like I'm using notes. Number 1, don't be intimidated by doctors. You see, doctors come dressed like this, and it can be very intimidating, especially when you consider what the hospital gives you to wear. A backless gown. I have never been able to understand the purpose of a backless gown. But I do know this, Dr. Ralph Smedley, founder of Toastmasters, that's where he got the idea to tell us to never turn our back on the audience. Number 2, doctors are different. Have you ever been to a doctor and you got an evaluation, did a little diagnosis, and you just didn't feel comfortable? And you decided to get a second opinion. And you got the second opinion. And it was much more to your liking. Well, I experienced the same thing. I saw a cardiologist, and he said, Dan, you're going to have open heart surgery. And there's a 97% chance you're going to die. I decided to get a second opinion. And the doctor I saw the second time said, Dan, I think you're a great speaker. You can participate in Toastmasters in the hospital. Yeah. Some of you in this room visited me on July 6th of this year. I had a massive heart attack, my first heart attack ever. From the emergency room, I went to surgery, but I didn't know nothing about it because I was asleep. And they installed stent number 13 and 14. And when I woke up, I was in an intensive care unit. I had needles sticking in my arms, tubes in my body, machines on both sides of me making noise, and things hanging from the ceiling. And my phone rang. Hello? It was Don Ratliff, my friend from Unity Speakers. He called and said Toastmasters is having a party at his house, and he wanted to know if I wanted a question for table topics. Go ahead, Don. And I won! Point number 4. I learned a very important secret. I learned that being in the hospital is the best place in the world to prepare for the international speech contest. 3 years ago, I was in Arizona Heart Hospital getting stent number 9 and number 10. I just won at club area division. I thought, gee, I got the district coming up in 3 weeks. I need to practice. So after I got the stents, I rolled out of bed because I realized I've got a captive audience of nurses right down at the nurses station. I shuffled down. Dan McGinnis, imagine Dan McGinnis. Imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. When my son was 4 years old, we lived in Columbus, Ohio. On a Friday afternoon, I was on my way home from work when I got to the front door, and the front door was locked. 7 minutes and 14 seconds. I decided to go to another nurse's station. Dan McGinnis, imagine, Dan McGinnis. Imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. Arizona Heart Hospital has 4 nursing stations on each floor. And there's 4 floors. That's 16 times. Finally, number 5. You can leave the hospital anytime you want. You can. You really can. I did August 7th of this year. You don't have to get the doctor to release you. You don't have to have the insurance company approve it. You don't have to have your family okay it. You just pick up your plastic bag of clothes and walk right out of the hospital, even in your breakfast gown. I know, it's true. I didn't believe it either, but it's true. And the nurses at the nurses' station insisted that it was true. And so I did. Ladies and gentlemen, when I got my 12th stent, I got my DSM, Distinguished Stent Master. As a Distinguished Stent Master, I'm here to tell you, as long as you're in Toastmasters, you will never die in a hospital.